that wouldn't go well, would it?
Well, you just wouldn't be able to hear one or the other of us.
Probably best if they hear you. I don't say anything important.
Welcome to episode 26.
26.
Wow, episode 26. Thanks, you guys, for sticking around.
Coming along quite a bit.
Yeah, and so we're going to talk about and listen to cover songs today.
Dude, I don't even know how this happened, but I'm pretty excited for it.
So cover songs, man. Everybody has their favorite bands that does cover songs. Some bands get famous strictly because of cover songs.
Not wrong. And we're not going to play playing any.
No, and I'm not playing any of that.
Five Finger Death Punch today.
But if you like it, that's cool. Whatever.
I mean, I do. Weirdly enough, I actually like them. But it's, you know.
It's a flavor.
And
it's not mine.
And that's the best way to say it.
Totally
For sure. Yeah.
But we do have some interesting stuff today. But first, before we get into the music, we have to talk about this whiskey.
Oh, my God.
What's going on here?
So, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof.
Okay, I have to stop you there. So normally when I hear the Jack Daniels,
of course, yeah,
I want to retch immediately because 14-year-old me, that's what we had access to.
The old number 7.
Yep.
It's 80 proof. It's
charcoal
a staple.
flavor.
It's so. What's fun about Jack Daniels is basically they got made fun of at one point. At least this is the story I hear. And they're like, you make probably the most popular whiskey on the planet,
Probably.
but no one. But it's 80 proof shit, really. Yeah. It's a decent mixer. It's rough.
I mean, Jack and Coke, that's probably about the best you're going to get out of me.
So with that, they've said, okay, hold my beer. And they started making some just bang shit. And really and truly, it comes down to a lot of their single barrel stuff. They have a Coy Hill product, which is Rick House's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 13, because number 12 burned down. So it's on Coy Hill, which is the highest elevation point of all of Jack Daniel's products. And they put out a special release every year, and it's just goddamn bang up good.
Okay.
So they're single barrel proofs. They have a whiskey and they have a rye. There's a lot of argument about Jack Daniel's whiskey, that it's a bourbon mash bill. But technical definitions of bourbon, you're not allowed to alter or influence the flavor before it's barreled. You can do all sorts of shit afterwards, like second barrelings, all these other things. But if you do it before it goes in the barrel, it technically can't be a bourbon. Well, they charcoal filter the distillate before it goes in the barrel. So there's a big argument on whether it's bourbon or not. Some hardcore people like it's not bourbon, other people like it's goddamn bourbon.
Yeah.
Regardless. Lexi, so kind of continuing last episode, we're still talking about the women. Lexi Phillips is the assistant to the master distiller. So female, kind of driven in that regard. This badass is 135.3 proof.
Good Lord.
And since we're talking about remakes, so my brother sent this to me. So JJ's is a liquor store in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and this is their barrel pick, 3rd edition. So kind of a remake if you think about it. There's my tie-in. So this is definitely hot.
I can smell the ass kick that's about to happen.
So I poured this before we started the last episode, so it's basically been sitting for 30-ish minutes. Standard Jack Daniel's mash bill.
It's got a great color, man.
Dude,
look at that color. It's rich.
And it is
almost red.
Yeah.
Very reddish.
Yeah. Age statement, I don't even know if there's an age statement, but standard Jack Daniel's mash bill. And I mean, this is the 3rd single barrel proof whiskey that I have, and it is just everything that I want a whiskey to be.
So cheers to my esophagus right here.
Chew it slow.
Oh my God. Wow, the flavor. Oh my God.
And it just keeps going. And it's not even a Kentucky hug because it's from
shit.
Tennessee.
Bruh.
You might need some ice on that one, bud.
That's rough. I'm just going to go ahead and say it.
Fair enough.
That's rough.
I mean,
speaking of rough, let's get into some rough tunes. Although we're going to start this in a fun way. You remember our friend Matt?
Yeah.
From your hometown?
Yeah. Matt Brammer.
Matt Brammer, yeah. So his
Dude,
group,
I was so weirded out when I saw it because I saw the title of this song. I was like, no fucking way.
yeah. So we're gonna do something that could be a little rough here, but it's probably gonna be cool, just because the song itself is cool. And if you're a '90s child, and
Right.
like us, this song was hugely popular back then.
God, I hated this song growing up though. I mean, I was like 18 at the time and trying to get laid, and every chick, which I was not like a whore or anything, but the girl that I was with at the time, she loved this song, and I fucking hated it.
I mean, it
But
was
this version's cool.
all over pop radio. And
Oh my God.
The only thing that saved this song for me is that me and my friend Beaver were really into the guitars that this guy was using at the time.
That helps.
And so, yeah, this song is called Truly Madly Deeply. Here we go. 6 Below Zero with Matt Brammer as the mastermind with this. See what you got.
I mean, if someone can make it cool, it's going to be him.
The guy's super talented. I can't imagine Truly Madly Deeply ever being like this.
Can you imagine? It would have been on MTV once,
Oh, my God.
and the girls wouldn't have liked it.
Nope. I need to message him and see what where his thought process was.
Well, he'll get back to us. He's been amazing to communicate with. I love this guy. So, little tip: spin it a while. Get that air in there. Swirl it.
I mean, I feel more off of that first sip
Yeah.
than I did of the other stuff. Insane. This is. I feel like this is probably what people back in the day were drinking. Like just the highest proof possible. This is ridiculous.
The shit part is I know the lyrics.
Yeah, you do. I do too.
Now, there was that one song, Drink a Cherry Cola or whatever, that they put out. That song was all right.
I don't even know what the song's called.
I don't either.
Google will tell us.
Right.
But I do know it said Drink a Cherry Cola.
Yeah. And that song was actually all right. I think I can admit that it's in my fucking music library, but
We all have guilty pleasures.
I have a whole playlist called Secret Pleasures.
What's some of your secret pleasurable music, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I used to listen to a lot of Britney Spears,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Her and Christina Aguilera, man, they put out some good tunes.
Not so much the bubblegum pop era Britney, but like the sultry, I'm this close to being a massive slut Britney. Toxic. Slave
Sure.
to you. This is cool, though.
Yeah. I mean, he made it pretty cool. I just get the sense that he's just laughing inside the whole time he's doing this song.
No doubt. Death metal. What's the name of this band? What's the name of the Savage Garden?
Savage Garden.
That's it.
Yep. I mean, which is actually a cool name.
It is a cool name.
Pretty metal name.
It is a really metal name. I mean, fucking Savage Garden.
I mean, that's probably what they were hoping to do with the song, is savage someone's garden.
Yes. Let's go, man.
Fucking dumb, dude.
What was that? A little feedback coming in. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, dude. I remember, what was it, last time? That's what caused us to even think about this episode, is I was like, dude, you need to check this out.
Yeah.
And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. Bizarre, man.
And we're like, yeah, let's do a remix. Because honestly, we could have several episodes, and I hope so. I hope we do, because there's some really good ones. There's some really bad ones. And I think that let's just go ahead and commit right now that we will not do any Five Finger Death Punch remakes.
I'm not doing that. Everybody's heard that shit.
Bad Company and
Bad Company. That's the only one I know they did. What else they did?
several others, and I can't remember off the top of my head.
No Godsmack either.
What's that?
He said fuck at the end of it. Yeah! Genius, man.
Dude, Great.
Thanks for that.
Man.
I love the end. He said, fuck!
Yeah, we need to do like you and I need to do a recording later in the day because he's in Mountain Time and we're Eastern.
Yeah.
So we're starting this.
We'll have to. He's asleep.
We do this at 8 in the morning. So
Bizarre,
yeah.
crazy. All right. So the next one we got coming up, another one that you sent our way, Non-Point.
Dude, and they've done some really good
Non-Point's
remakes.
had some good
So
remakes.
they
and
had
I've never
In the
heard
Air
this.
Tonight.
In the
is
Air
prob-
Tonight's the only one I've ever heard.
So when this came out, I was like, no shit. And
All
so
right.
if we want to talk about secret pleasures, Prince, right?
Yeah, I'm not a Prince fan.
But guitar player, he's a musician,
Oh,
dude.
he's fine.
He's
Yeah.
fucking really good. And so when this came out, I was like, holy shit, no way.
In fact, I caught some shit from some of my friends after I made this post on the socials that was like, because everybody was talking about how Prince has the greatest Super Bowl halftime show ever, and I'm like, no, you're wrong. That's actually wrong. But anyway,
No, that's fair.
When Doves Cry
Yeah.
by Non-Point. Here we go. I hope this doesn't suck.
I mean, it might. It's all opinion.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be better. I'm sure it'll be better because I just don't. There's just something about Prince. It's not bad music. It's just.
Is it too poppy for you?
Maybe. I think when I think of Prince, I don't think of like Purple Rain and stuff. Like all that stuff's fine, but like Little Red Corvette,
Sure.
lame. I don't know.
I love that song that's on the first Batman with Jack Nicholson, Party Man.
I don't know.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Oh, I've seen the Batman.
Yeah, it's when the Joker's handing out all that money. They're driving down the street.
Maybe I'm just like my father, too bold. Maybe you're just like my
Okay.
And so this is Aaron telling himself that he's going to give it a chance.
Yeah, giving it a chance. I'm invested. Just like I invested in this.
He's
I'm having trouble with another sip here, folks. I'm just telling you.
just
Listen, let me tell you this. If you're new to trying bourbons and whiskeys and all that, don't go buy this first. Okay? You got to work your way up to this one.
well, so,
Right?
Yes and no. There are tips and tricks. The first thing you could do is
I gotta
add
put a bit of water in it.
exactly. That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
So upwards of 20% of the volume of your fluid in water addition can really help things open up the flavors and help make it a lot more like helps. Still pretty
It's
strong.
just so hot. Oh my God.
I mean, you almost need an ice cube in it.
Flavor-wise, it's good. It reminds me of like a really delicious hot sauce that the flavor is just excellent,
But
and then
it's
it
too
burns
hot.
your fucking shit.
Right. So I've been. And this gets heavy.
That's cool. I always liked Non-Point. I've been to several of their shows.
Oh, have you?
Back when they were fresh. You know what I mean?
Dude, they've got some good shit.
Yeah, the first 3 or 4 albums, I bought all of them. They were really good. And as music taste evolved, they just
Right.
kind of got left behind.
Well, I mean, they're a little new metal-ish
And that was my wheelhouse.
for the
In
night.
age,
Yeah.
16, 17.
Sure.
18. So like Non-Point had, they first exploded on the scene with a song like What a Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they did a song, so they had the album Statement, then they did one called Development.
Yep.
And I really liked Development. There was a lot of really just like smooth new metal tracks on there. I put out an album after that. I had a song called Bullet with a Name on it.
Uh-huh.
I loved that song. Bullet with a Name. It's killer. Killer song. Simple riffs. That's cool.
They were just in Columbus a month ago.
Yeah. We were in Huntington a lot back in the day. Okay, so thoughts.
Definitely, I know that was not your favorite. I could tell right off the bat, and that's cool, man.
Well, they did a good job with it. I mean, I guess like I don't really listen to. I mean, I know the song "When Doves Cry," right?
Sure.
But I'm not like listening to it to analyze it.
Yeah.
To determine whether or not this was a good cover or not. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. This is more my wheelhouse. So this is the band Daath. All right.
Oh yeah.
Featuring Dave Davidson
Perfect.
from Revocation, and an old classic from
Which is one of my favorite songs.
It's one of my favorite songs
time.
of all time, dude.
Yeah.
And just off of an album that's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yes.
I remember being 14, 15 years old. Me and my friends, we would fall asleep to this record every night.
Sure. We're past
And
that.
it's amazing. Oh. So, first things first. They're playing this at least a step lower than what it was originally done. And it was already low as shit.
Yeah.
So, they've dropped a step super fucking heavy. Oh my God. Killer. Is that art? It's fucking art. That's art. Guys, get a look at this shirt. That's art. I just realized that's art. Art the fucking clown.
Dude, they do a lot with the I mean, you should show them
Murderers,
your
man.
show, man.
I will.
Your shirt's fucking pimp.
I will. I gotta show you this shirt.
I had to get it for Aaron because I know he's into
Look at this.
into the horror genre of movies, and I was way stoked to find this for him. Dude, Where the Slime Live, man. I fell in love with this song the first time I heard it.
Like I said, we listened to this, as kids. Like it was everything.
Mm-hmm.
When we were trying our first whiskey, it's like, do it for Morbid Angel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like stupid shit.
Stupid shit. Stupid shit indeed.
Yeah. But I mean, I've always loved Morbid Angel so much, and when this was released, I think it was last year. I think I sent it to you immediately. I was like, holy shit, dude. Because it's so true to the original, except they made it a little heavier with the downtick.
Right.
By the way, what did you guys think of that shirt? Fucking Jason and a boarded, and he also has pins in his head. Fucking pinhead. I love a boarded, man. They're cool.
Dude, they put on just a show that was just,
Guarantee it.
I loved it, dude. It was so good. Yeah, dude, they did well to this song.
Dude, it's
Now I feel
insane.
a little bit ashamed by throwing a little non-point on there before this song.
It's all good, man. It's all about the flavors and the different ways that metal music goes, man. I mean, there's so many different flavors of metal. That's what we're here to do is appreciate flavors of whiskey and appreciate flavors of metal.
Yes.
And so I
Agreed.
think you hit it.
Well,
It's fine.
definitely put some diversity to this, because Truly Madly Deeply was heavy.
Yep.
The non-point song was not overly heavy, but it had some moments, This song's just fucking ripping it up.
I always love this riff right here.
And then was that feedback?
Yeah, probably. It sounds like it was probably feedback in there. Yeah. I mean, they're just like choking the strings off so hard that it's instant feedback. Choking hard.
Hopefully it wasn't chicken.
Damn it, dude. And it's like just going insane effortless. When they speed up later on, dude, and I always thought that was just the genius of Morbid Angel. They just take you on a ride.
Yeah, they do.
And this record in particular, I mean,
Dude,
a lot of
Domination is my favorite album of their whole discography.
absolutely. I mean, just where they go on that record, it's just so different from all the other ones. What a
I mean, Trey is weird as fuck, but he's a great guitar player.
He is weird.
Weird. When we
So
saw
weird.
them play, and he's like, hey, $500. I'll bet you one. No one's giving a shit about your
No one cares.
$500 eBay lime green guitar.
It was weird.
It was weird. Hail Satan.
Oh man. Hope he's doing well. His health was scary for me.
He looked not great. He can still play the guitar, though, son of a bitch. But then what was cool, though, is when I went and saw I Am Morbid, they played like 5 songs from this album, and this is one of them. And I was so grateful because they didn't play a single thing from Domination when we saw Morbid Angel.
Yeah, and they don't because it was all Tucker era. They don't.
Right.
They only play Steve Tucker era stuff. And if they do anything from the past,
they did the one song.
It will off of Covenant,
where the God
of Emptiness.
Yeah,
but they didn't
do the end part,
yeah,
which is the part that everybody wants.
Yeah, everybody wants to hear that. They didn't do that.
Yeah, it's like they're pulling some Van Halen shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bands that do that. Like Queensryche does that too.
Van Hagar.
Queensryche won't play anything from that first era.
Okay.
I forget what that guy's name is. He seems like Glenn. Maybe is it Glenn Tate? Something like that. Get it up here.
As long as it's not Andrew Tate.
It's something Tate. Jeff Tate. That's
okay.
It. Jeff Tate. So he's like, I own Queensryche, motherfuckers. You know. Fucking
God
shit,
damn, dude. Yes.
I mean, for a remake, let's look at. We can look at it in 2 different ways. Is it a remake or is it just a very well done cover? And this one, I think, is just a very well done cover. When you talk about remakes, like
you've altered it, like
altered
the Non-Point song,
that's
a
Truly
remake. Madly
Yeah.
Deeply was a remake.
Those are remakes. They're not. This was just a cover,
Sure.
and it was. I hate to use the word "just a cover," but I mean it's. A lot of times, I really appreciate a cover that is true
to the original. Right.
Yeah. I mean, you can take, and actually, remake stuff and do things all you want. There's a lot of really good stuff out there that. Like, Metallica's notorious for doing that kind of stuff.
Well, that whole Garage Days situation was that.
But I appreciate, if I'm paying homage to a particular band or whatever, I like note for note shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of where we're going here because I had never heard of the band Budgie before. Have you ever heard of Budgie?
Mm-mm.
So Budgie, back in the, I guess, late 70s, mid 70s, late 70s. European.
Yep.
British heavy metal type shit.
Kind of first wave type British shit.
The first wave.
Sure.
And so Metallica, nobody knew who Budgie was until Metallica decided to cover a Budgie song. And I've listened to the Budgie song and I've listened to the Metallica song, and obviously the Metallica one's much better. It's much more aggressive and all that.
It's so great.
But it is still relatively note for note. Metallica did justice to making a cover.
Did they do Justice for All?
They did it in the Justice era. All right, you guys know what we're talking about here. If you love metal, this is Bread Fan. Originally by Budgie and Metallica rules.
I love this song.
Damn it. Yeah! I had to throw a yeah in there for James.
Of course. Yeah! Did you ever see Jim Brewer making fun of him about that? So perfect. So I read something the other day that said that it was a subreddit, and they were asking about the best rhythm guitar player. And Hetfield came up, and they're like, Hetfield is a true artist.
He's the pinnacle.
And they said that he doesn't even have the drums in his monitors when they're playing live.
He doesn't need them.
He actually is which is kind of rare. It's not your typical.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
There's been shows without James. It's a different vibe.
Well,
I've seen, because they've had shows without Lars, and it's still Metallica, just a drummer going crazy. Like I posted recently.
We
Dave
talked
Lombardo,
about that.
Yeah, Dave Lombardo, Joey Jordison, all those guys filled in for him before. And it's still Metallica because you hear the guitars, they're very prominent. And a little bit of different flavor with the drums, but it's still Metallica. But you take away James, and Metallica's a drastically different band.
Yeah. He is the band.
He is the band.
Yeah.
Speaking of Metallica love, let me show you this.
Ooh, gonna pull out the guitars. Which we promised you. And he has done this now on episode 24 and now 26, and we want to make it a regular feature here because Aaron is actually a really good guitar player, and he's got some cool pieces, man.
Yeah, so this would be right around the era that this song was recorded. So James was using Gibson Explorers just like this. They were white, and that's what everybody wanted, myself included. Yeah. Everybody wanted the white Explorer, and probably the whole reason that anybody uses Explorers today in metal is because of James Hetfield. They'll all tell you the same thing. So this is my James Hetfield tribute, 1984 Gibson Explorer, and it is a bad dude.
Yeah, 1984, that's definitely some OG shit right there.
It is OG, man. This is an 84, just like what James started with back in the Ride the Lightning era.
Yeah.
He had one of the...
What did he play during Kill 'Em All?
They call it the OGV.
Okay.
So it was essentially a Gibson Flying V copy made by a Japanese company called Electra.
Sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, my buddy had an Electra, if I remember right.
So, so it wasn't a Gibson, but it had a Gibson logo on the headstock. He thought it was a Gibson at the time. He didn't know any better. He's only like, 18?
He's young, yeah. We'll go back and look at their photos for
that
sure.
That guitar still lives. Like, he still uses it to record to this day. It's had like 4 headstock breaks. They just keep repairing it.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing that it's lasted this long. And that's his most cherished guitar, in fact, because it's the one that's been around the entire time. And that's cool. The thing here with this guitar for me. I've had this guitar since I was 17. So I'm 41 now.
Means a lot, man.
When they broke into my house and stole my other guitars, when they broke into my house and stole some guitars, I was just, while heartbroken, I was
glad that it wasn't that
this one was still here. Yeah.
Right.
So
that's fucking cool.
I've made a couple records with this, man, and it just sounds incredible when you record it. Like it's the perfect recording.
Well, you've done a lot of videos. I've seen. Yep. I think quite a few of your YouTube videos
I've done some great YouTube videos with this. So if you want to check it out, go check out my separate YouTube channel.
Hey,
I'll put a link in the description.
I was going to say, put your goddamn link in the description.
I'll definitely put a link in the description.
You better go look it out, or I'm going to come to your house.
Check out my guitars, man. They're awesome.
Yeah, that build-up, dude. That slow into the build-up, dude, is just...
Yeah, dude, they're geniuses. They're fucking geniuses, man, period. And most of us... Metal music would not be the same without this album.
No.
They get a lot of hate nowadays because they just do whatever they want. That's fine. You're allowed to hate.
You've been doing it since, what, 81?
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
But, they kick down the doors to allow more people to hear metal and more extreme music.
Yeah.
So I'm always going to defend them for that, even though they made Lulu.
Everybody's allowed to have an off moment.
There is another I want to talk about because I just recently got it, and it's fitting for our show because we talk about bourbon. And this is a Gibson Les Paul Bourbon Burst. Look at that guy.
It's a beautiful guitar.
It's got great finish on it. See, look at it. Very nice color match.
It's like we went to Sherwin-Williams.
It's funny. Mommy, where's Fluffy?
So random at the end. I love it.
Mommy, where's Fluffy? It's funny. So, with this guitar, I just got it, and man, what a beautiful fucking guitar. And I think about when I was sipping on bourbon and fixing it, and I'm looking at the different colors of the bourbon. I mean, they really did a good job matching it. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, because you do get all of the different, like you got your young, early kind of not long matured in the center, and as you work out towards that peripheral, you get some of the deeper, darker, richer notes. And I'd say that this falls on the outer,
in line for sure.
On the outer red edge, not the darkest on that edge, but pretty damn close.
Yeah. So when I'm tilting up and I'm looking into it right now, this is super nerdy, I know, but that's why you're here, because you're a nerd too. I definitely see these colors in here, and I think that's really cool.
It is way cool. And so he's working on a name. I mean,
so I'm putting together, and I like to name the guitars,
And so the one that I love.
So I first said Woodford.
Woodford.
It's pretty cool. Woodford, right? Should this be Woodford?
I mean, is it made out of wood?
It is wood. Yeah.
You've got multiple.
Yeah, so it's multiple
meanings.
woods. Yeah, so we've got mahogany body and we've got a maple cap. on
Okay.
top.
So you've got, I mean, Woodford makes multiple senses
Woodford.
right off the bat.
I think it's cool, man.
Dude, I don't even think I was going to say if people could put in the comments what they think the
Yeah.
name should be, I think all of you can fuck off because
Guys?
Woodford is what it is.
This is Woodford.
This is Woodford. We are now christening
my
Woodford
bourbon burst. Love it. Thanks
Whit-
for joining. You guys got to see it first.
26.
Episode 26. And keep in mind, guys, there's a lot of you that haven't subscribed. Bunches of our listeners haven't subscribed. It takes no
sad.
time to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It keeps you informed. It keeps you
Yeah.
notified when we put a new episode out. And just it helps keep the channel going.
That's right.
It's
And
fun.
It's way fun.
We're nerds. We like to have fun, and you're nerds for joining us. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Absolutely. Peace out, Metal and